What's up everybody, welcome to the channel. How are you guys doing? In today's video we are going to talk about comprehensions. In comprehensions we are going to talk about list comprehensions, dictionary comprehensions, set comprehensions and generator comprehensions as well. So let's get this video started. I'll make a new Python file right here and I'll name this Python file as comprehensions with a double S, and after that I'll zoom in and I will tell you what you have to do. So you guys have to make a list that has even numbers in it between 0 and 100. So when I tell you that, the first thing that comes in your mind is that you will make an empty list. So after that I'll name it as LG, and after that you will write a for loop. So for I in range, and then 0 comma 101 or else 100, and after that, for example, I'll write an if statement. So if I modulus 2 is equal to 0, that is if it is divisible by 2 it is even. So I can write lg dot append and then I will append I into it. Now if I print lg right here and if I run this program, as you can see that it is going to put every even number between 0 to 100 inside this list. I will have to put 101 right here because, as you know, the range function goes up to n minus 1, so it will go up to 100 in this case. And if I run it again, as you can see that it has put 100 inside this list. So we have done our job perfectly fine. It works amazingly and you have wrote the program I asked you for. But guys, is this a Pythonic way of doing this? We have used so many lines of code, and Python is all about optimizing the code. It is the most easiest language, but how can we optimize the code in this? We can use list comprehensions. So if I comment this code, because I also need to give you the source code. So if I write LG is equal to and then a list, and if I write I for I in range 0 comma 101, and then if I put an if statement, that is if I modulus 2 is equal to 0, and if I rerun this program, as you can see that it hasn't printed anything but it has ran perfectly fine. So if I print LG right here and if I run this program again, as you can see that it has printed everything that it used to print previously. So guys, what I have done right here is that I have used list comprehensions. Now in order to use list comprehensions, you first of all have to put the list bracket, and inside that you have to put I. Now the program does not know what is I, so I'll have to specify that I is going from the range 0 to 101, and after that I'll have to put a condition, that is you have to put I inside this list only if it is divisible by 2, that is if it is even, and then it will put I inside this list and I will get LG as the list that is containing all the even numbers from 0 to 100. So I hope guys that you understood that we are using list comprehensions in this manner. Now for example, if I didn't put this condition and if I ran it again, as you can see that it will print all the numbers from 0 to 100 because I haven't put a condition to check whether it's even or not. So that's why it has put every I. So that's why it has put every I from 0 to 100 and it has basically printed every digit. So after that, what I can do is that I can put another if statement. I can write that if I is odd, so I can write I modulus 2 is 1, and if I run this program again, as you can see that it will print every odd number between 0 to 100. So in that manner, what we can do is that we can use list comprehensions in order to do this. We can also use it in many factors. For example, if you have a big number in Facebook, if you have many users and if you want to print every one of them, you can make this list comprehension. Also, if you want to check if the user's age is greater than 70 and if you want to put it inside a list, you can use list comprehensions. Now I'll tell you how we can use dictionary comprehensions. For example, if I want a dictionary, I'll comment this out. So if I want a dictionary that looks something like this, if I wanted to say that 0 is equal to item 0, and similarly 1 is the key and the value is item 1, so this is the key value pair that I want in the dictionary, and similarly I want it to go till 100. Now the most simplest thing or the most stupidest thing would be that you sit down and you write everything from here, that is 2 item 2 to 3 item 3, and you do it up till 100 and you waste your time. And the most logical thing is to use dictionary comprehensions. You can do this with the help of dictionary comprehensions. I'll name the dictionary as dict, or I'll name it as diction, and after that what I'll do is that I will use the curly braces for the dictionary. Then I will have to put I, and then I'll have to put a key value pair, so I'll put an s string right here, item, and then I, and I will put for I in range, and then 0 comma 101, and then I will have to print this dictionary. So I'll print diction. And if I run this program right here, as you can see that it has print everything I wanted. I will reduce the range right here. I will make it 10, and if I rerun it again, as you can see that it has printed 0 item 0 1 item 1, and everything that I wanted in this list perfectly has been printed right here. So guys, as you can see that we had used I, and this is the key and this is the value. So I and item value, and then I had put for I in range. It's the same step that I used inside the list comprehension. It's nothing complicated. And for example, if you want to put a condition, you can type in if I is even. So if I modulus 2 is equal to 0, so if I run this program again, as you can see that it has printed for every even I right here, that is 20468. So in that manner you can put a condition right here and you can print a dictionary. Now this is a really great way to make a dictionary in Python, and you can make lots of items in one dictionary. It is also a great way if you want to reverse a dictionary. So in order to reverse a dictionary, that is if I want to put the item inside the key, and if I want to put I as the value, what I can do is that I'll comment this print statement, I'll comment this out as well, and I'll copy this diction, and after that I'll put it right here. And then what I can do is that I can write diction, I'll put a new line character. So diction is equal to, and then key, or else I'll write value. So value key, and then I will write for key comma value in diction dot items. So if I write this and if I print diction, that is if I write diction right here, and if I run this again, as you can see that it has switched every key and value pairs. We first got 0 and then item 0, but now we are getting item 0 and then 0. What does this mean? When I wrote value colon key right here, the Python, it didn't know what is value and key. So I specified what is value and key using the for statement right here, that is for key comma value in diction items. That is for key in the first, if we are taking the first item from the dictionary, that is for that is key will become I, and then the value will become this. So the value will then get switched inside the diction as I wrote value colon key, and after that it will switch everything that's written inside the previous diction. So that's how we can reverse items with dictionary comprehensions, and you can also do that with sets. So for example, if I comment this out and if I want to make the use of sets, so what I can do is that I can write sets, and after that what I can do is that I can sets, and then I can make a curly braces for the set. Then I can write dress for dress in, and I can put a list right here. So I can put for dress in item 1, and then I will put item 1, then I will put item 2, so item 2, and after that I will put item 1 again, and then I will put item 2. So as you can see right here guys, that I have made a set comprehension. I put sets as the set name, and after that I have put curly braces right here to indicate that it is a set. Then I put dress right here. Now the console, it does not know what is dress. So after I have put dress, I have put a for statement that says for dress in this list, that is item 1, item 1, item 2, item 1, and item 2. Now guys, tell me, in sets, can there be a repetition of items? In list it can be, but does it happen in sets? No, right? Because if you have seen my previous videos, this was a bit while ago. That is when I introduced sets to you. I told you about how sets, it does not repeat elements. That is, if you write 2 comma 2 inside it, and when you print the set, it only prints 2. So if I run this program again, as you can see that it is only going to it is not going to print anything because I haven't print anything. So if I print set right here, it is only going to print item 1 and item 2 once. Why? Because inside set guys, guys, it does not repeat elements. Whereas if you write a list right here, that is if I put a list bracket inside of the set bracket, and if I run this program again, as you can see that it is going to print every element, but in sets it does not happen. So I hope guys that you knew that before watching this video, and if you don't remember all of this, you can watch my previous videos. You can access this playlist anytime you want. I made this playlist especially for Python beginners, and guys, I know that in my previous videos the production quality has been really low, but now I've got a new mic and everything. So moving on to another type of comprehensions, we can also use generators inside comprehensions. Now guys, if you know what is generators, basically this was my previous video, and if you have forgotten about it, I will try to explain it to you again. So basically generators is that we are yielding something one point at a time. That is, for example, if we have a list and if we tell it to return something to it, so it will return one element from it at a time. That is, we can use a for loop inside it. So I'll have to make a new list right here. I'll name it as list. I will put list is equal to a parenthesis. I won't put a square bracket because I want to make a generator object. So for that I will put a parenthesis. If you want to make a generator object, just put a parenthesis, and after that I will write I for I in range 0 comma 101. And if I print a list right here, that is list, if I run it again, as you can see that it has printed that it is a generator object. Now how can we get values from this generator object? If you go to my previous file right here, as you can see that I have used the next function, that is underscore underscore next. I can use that in this case as well. So I can put dot underscore underscore next, and if I run this program, as you can see that it is going to print 0. Similarly, I can run it again and I can get more values. So as you can see guys, that we are getting values one by one. It is one point at a time. We are not getting we are not getting all the values of the list. We are getting values one point at a time. So if I run this, as you can see that it has printed 0 1 2 3 4. If I put some more next functions, it will also print 5 right here. So I hope guys that you got the idea of generators. Now I've talked about generators for 2 videos in a succession, so I hope that you got a full idea about what it is. Now what I'll do is that I will comment it out, and we can also print all of the items from the list inside a generator by using a for loop. So I can write for I in list, and then I can print I. So if I print I, as you can see that it has printed every item that was inside the generator, that is 0 to 100. Now I hope guys that you understood how we can print items from the list and how we can use list comprehensions to make a generator, how we can make a set using a set comprehension, a dictionary comprehension, and I hope you understood what is list comprehensions. So I hope guys that you found this Pythonic way. The source code will be available to you in the comment section below, and don't you worry about the source code, because my main purpose of this playlist is that I want you to explain what happens and how to do stuff in Python, because that's the main purpose of this whole playlist. And I hope guys that you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe. I hope you are enjoying the playlist. Please keep the good feeling inside you, and I'm pretty sure that this playlist will help you a lot in your future. Also please write your comments and share your views with me in the comment section below. I'll be more than happy to help you in any way. So thank you so much guys for watching this video. I hope you're safe, and I'll see you next time.